And welcome back to the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host, Jay Pops. Guys, I'm coming to you live. Once again, guys, let's talk about this Texas A&M versus South Carolina, okay? First and foremost, howdy. Howdy to everyone out there. Thank you guys for tuning in. And thank you guys for just staying a true believer in the podcast and for what it has done throughout over the years, okay? Give them to everybody out there. Guys, let's go ahead and get on into it. We're not going to waste any time with it, okay? So, Texas A&M versus South Carolina. First and foremost, guys, the points for this game. This is my prediction for this game. This is coming after a bye week, stuff like that. 38-14, Texas A&M, okay? Why do you say 38 when you haven't seen Max put up 38? Well, I will say this here. I've seen Max put up not 34. I've seen him at least put up 21. 21 or 27. It was one of them. So the guy can get out there and play some ball, okay? A couple of things we're going to exploit here for South Carolina. First and foremost, South Carolina by far has the worst defense in the SEC. And I'm going to say it once again. South Carolina by far has the worst defense in the SEC. Texas A&M does not have the worst offense in the SEC. No, guys, for guys that are out there, Texas A&M does not have the worst offense in the SEC. Okay. However, the offense has been bad, but it's been bad against some pretty good defensive groups. Okay. Tennessee was the previous game they just come off of. Tennessee front seven is an elite front seven. The game before that, Alabama. Alabama's front seven is an elite front seven, but they also have defensive backs that are elite as well. Okay, so what does that mean? What does that mean in particular? Going into the back half of the season, Texas A&M has seen the best of the best when it comes to being going up against teams with defense. They've already seen the best of the best. Okay, so what does that mean for the offensive line? I believe throughout the bye week, I'm not going to say any adjustments has been made, but I will say this. That offensive line will look a whole lot better versus South Carolina. Okay? I'm going to call out a specific person here. Bryce Foster, center. Bryce, you my guy. I've been with you. I've been rocking with you ever since you were a freshman. Okay? Dating back to last year and up to this year, you have not performed up to the level that I expect you to perform. You have not performed up to the level that I believe Jimbo Fisher and also Steve Adazio has expected you to perform. Okay? Bryce, you are the leader of that offensive line. We need you to be that already. I've noticed something with you. You do track. I know that part. However, dating back to last season, it takes you a while to actually get locked in and focus in and say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and play some football going forward. Bryce, I'm going to need you to get that together, man. I'm going to need you to get that together. I'm going to be tough on you. I'm pretty sure everybody else has been tough on you as well. But I'm going to be tough on you, Bryce. I need you to get that together. Or you know what? Look, if you don't want to do it, then go ahead and let Mark Nabel come in the game and he'll start at center and you will just work your way back into the rotation. That is how I'm looking at it going forward. That is how other people have started viewing it going forward. And it is what it is. Now, does some of that fall on coaching? Yes, it falls on Steve Adazio. I think Steve needs to go ahead and get on into it, and he needs to get on somebody behind already. Dominique Green, man, shout out to you. Morning, So, like I say, man, that offensive line needs to come on together. They need to gel. And we need to get some things going. So, one thing I do know, I believe we will see a different running team in the back half of this season. I've seen this before. This story is getting pretty old. Running game in good until like the back end of the season, and all of a sudden that running game just lights on fire. Okay, so I believe we will see Le'Veon Moss go over 100 yards. I believe we will finally see Ruben Owens go over 50 yards. And I'm not exactly sure if Amari Daniels is 100% healthy. I'm being totally honest here. I believe in that game In that game against Auburn, man, I believe he had hurt something. So pretty much after that, we didn't really see Amari Daniels for a while. I'm not sure if he's back all the way healthy. We will see going up against South Carolina. We're in a bye week, so we will honestly see what's what. We may have the three-headed monster back all over again, okay? But I believe this running game will look different. Once again, South Carolina is the worst defense in the SEC. It's no reason why we shouldn't have over 100 yards rushing and over 250 yards passing in this game. Okay? I know the offensive line hadn't been great. I know this. It's no reason why they cannot show up and show out against South Carolina, though. I love the 11 a.m. kickoffs. I'm just going to throw that out there. And we have another one against Ole Miss. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. So if we keep on moving along here, like I say, South Carolina is number 120th in total FBS defense. The ranking that they are in all of the FBS teams nationally, this is South Carolina pass defense. Let me bring this up and go to it. But South Carolina's not good. They're not good at all. I know a lot of people like to kind of bag on bag on the Texas A&M pass defense, but Texas A&M passing defense is one of the best in the nation right now. As crazy as that may seem, they are. South Carolina is 127 in pass defense. What does that mean, Jay? They're letting 305 yards a game go over their heads. If we can at least put up 250 on South Carolina, then I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody at all. There's nobody on that staff that can talk to me offensively. Bobby Petrino, I don't know why you came here. I don't. If we cannot put up 250, I don't give a damn who's playing quarterback. This team is 127 in the pass. Exploit that. I don't believe all of their cornerbacks will be healthy for this game. I'm just going to let that be known now. All of Texas A&M wide receivers are damn sure healthy for this game. I expect Noah Thomas to have a big day. I expect Evan Stewart to finally get back in the 100-plus yards category for this game. I expect that. There's no reason why we shouldn't. It's none at all. All right, so that's the pass defense for them. The pass defense for Texas A&M, and that's why I say, man, a lot of people bring up, oh, well, man, the pass defense for Texas A&M. I'm going to be real with you, right? I haven't heard any news yet, but I don't think Jordan Leggett, I think his name is Jordan Leggett, or somebody correct me if I think his name is Jordan Leggett. I can go right here, man. What am I talking about? I can check this out right here. Let me go to the game cast. But let me go here. Let me look at him. Xavier Leggett. What the hell am I talking about Jordan Leggett? Xavier Leggett. I don't know if he's going to play this game. So Spencer Rattler might be down his best wide receiver. Is somebody else on that team that's actually catching the football pretty good as well, but nobody is good as Xavier Leggett. If Xavier Leggett is out in this game, man, I expect you to blow out South Carolina completely. It's no reason why you shouldn't blow them out completely. All right, so the pass defense for Texas A&M, they're ranked number 13 in the country, guys. Number 13. 13. They have a pretty good pass defense. They just let up long passing plays. And that's only been because DeBerry was playing a position that he was not supposed to play. I'm so glad that DJ Durkin noticed that, and he put his ass in the nickel. Ever since he's been in the nickel, and that's only been for one game, DeBerry's been pretty good. He's been pretty much shut down corner in a nickel. I believe that will keep on going. I believe that. Okay, I believe we will see a dominant pass defense against South Carolina, man. I honestly believe that. So, what are we looking like in the run defense for South Carolina? Guys, let's look at the rushing defense. And I'm sorry, but I don't need to talk about our defense. I don't. I don't need to talk about our run defense. I know we gave up a lot to Tennessee, so I'm not overlooking that at all. The thing I worry about is this here. Is Texas A&M overlooking South Carolina because they have the Ole Miss game coming up right after. And honestly speaking, I believe Texas A&M will go and beat Ole Miss. It's an 11 a.m. kickoff again. I believe that they'll go into Oxford, Mississippi, and they will beat Lane Kiffin. It's no reason why Lane Kiffin should have a winning record against us right now. None at all. So the rushing defense for Texas A&M just throw that out there. They have been moved down to number 20 only because they won a bye week, of course. So I hate that because that is a top 5 rushing defense. And those guys have worked so hard to make sure of that. But they've just absolutely kind of, just bumped them down a little bit. So South Carolina's rushing defense ranked nationally, they are this here. They are number 64 in the country. That team is giving up 15 rushing touchdowns. It's no reason why we should not get a rushing touchdown on these guys. They've given up 3.97 yards a carry, and which is amazing to me, but they've given up 141.7 yards a game. There's no reason why you should not dominate South Carolina, man. None. It's none. So I'm just saying, man. Dominique Green, we're not in a position to overlook any team with 3 losses already in the season, and we're not. That's my biggest fear. Are you guys overlooking South Carolina? If these guys win 38-14, that further lets everybody know that they never overlooked South Carolina. If these guys put up 50 points on South Carolina, man, I'm going to tell you this here. I believe Ole Miss, that game there is going to be a whole lot more interesting because they're telling you that they can go blow for blow if it comes down to it. I don't want those guys to go in the shootout. I do not. I believe this team is too good defensively to make sure that another team goes to a shootout with them. If Arkansas can go into Ole Miss and almost beat them, I believe Texas A&M can damn sure go into Oxford and beat them. Not almost, but beat them. You're not going to sit there and tell me that Arkansas is better than Texas A&M. That's just how I feel about it. So once again, I believe Evan Stewart would have a big day. I believe Ananias will have a big day. I believe Moose will finally come on to the scene. And I believe Noah Thomas will have a big day. Okay. Also for my tight ends, I believe Jake Johnson will have a touchdown in this game again. If Max, and I was talking to my boy E. Crenshaw yesterday. I say, man, if Max puts this game out of reach in a third quarter, in which it being 35-0 type deal, and Max is thrown for like 4 to 5 touchdowns, get him out the game already. Get him out. We don't need to see him anymore. He's absolutely went insane. And he doesn't have to throw for 2. Even if he does not throw for 250, if Max comes out this game and he's thrown the damn ball 5 touchdowns, get him out. If he's thrown it for 4, get him out. I'm fine with 3. If he's going to do that, that further lets me know, okay, Max, look, we've changed the offense for specifically you now. And that's the adjustment that everybody wanted to see. I believe this team is good. Man, this team is damn good. Man, they just got to see it. I honestly think they got to see it to believe it. So this here is what I had marked for Texas A&M. All right, New Mexico, win. Miami, Florida, win. But we end up losing that game. Fine. ULM, win. Auburn Tigers, win. Arkansas Razorbacks, win. Alabama Crimson Tide, toss-up game for me. Tennessee, win. We lost that game. You should have won that. That game was there for the taking. You could have won it. South Carolina, win. Ole Miss, toss-up game. I have to put that as a toss-up, although you have way more talent than Ole Miss will ever have. Morning, all the way from Idaho. Damn, wow. Okay, hey, man, morning. I'm pretty sure it's cold up there, but morning to you as well. Ole Miss Rebels, I got that as a toss-up game next week. I have to put that as a toss-up because you've lost the last 2 to Lane Kiffin. You shouldn't be. On the cool, you shouldn't be because Lane doesn't scare me at all, man. That guy does not scare me. That guy does not know how to run a defense. Also, if you ever check Lane Kiffin record, he is pretty horrible at the back half of the season. And I know this for a fact. All right, so Mississippi State Bulldogs, I have that as a win. Abilene Christian, win. LSU, I had that as a loss. I honestly did. That was one of the only games that I really had as a loss because you haven't won in Death Valley yet. All right, so this is what I will say: everything is still in front of you. Your goals and still in front. Your goals are still in front of you. This season, I had 9-3 being the bottom for Texas A&M. We already got 3 losses. I'm sitting here and I'm confidently telling you that Texas A&M can go 6-0. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry. Texas A&M can go 5-0 in the rest of these 5 games. I'm just saying, they can actually go 5-0. We haven't won on the road forever. I have no clue why we have not won on the road. I don't know what that's all about. Somebody in that locker room has changed that already, and I think it starts with Ole Miss. You get that win against Ole Miss, you get that win in LSU. I promise you that. So I do have this team as 5-0, and I think they can go 9-3, and I'm gonna stick with it. I'm going to stick with it. All right. So that's all I have for you guys on today. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back probably on Saturday, man. I'm gonna try to get in here on the Saturday. And me and Eric was saying that we wanted to do a live show while watching the game. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. So we'll do it. I have no problem with it. And we're going to get it rolling. All right. So I love all of you guys. Once again, please hit that like and subscribe button. Once again, hashtag GigaMax.